feature race then. Race number 8 on the programme is the Luk Fook Jewellery Cup. It's a Class 3 contest over the 1,600 metres headed by Grand Chancellor. Makes his Hong Kong debut, a listed winner in Australia. Faithful Trinity drops in class. Ping Hai Star runner-up on both starts so far. Dukedom goes from the 14 up to the 1,600 metres. New Elegance gets a minor gear change. Roundabout goes up in trip as well. Such and Happiness, course and distance winner in July. And Ty Smart rolled forward in his last day. That was from barrier 8. We've made our way across to the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map here, Brett. An interesting one for the feature itself. Lotus Breeze and Ty Smart, he's got a bit of pace, hasn't he, Lotus Breeze? So should be able to find the front if they want.
Yeah, I would think so, Andrew. Yeah, I think those two, they both went forward in their last outing, so you expect those two, as you've touched on there, to go forward. Ping Hai Star has come up with barrier number 1, so there is the opportunity that Joe might even try and sit a little bit handier. Having said that, he might want to not ride the horse too hard because he's been hitting the line well when ridden patiently earlier. Of the others in the field, you just wonder where Green Energy might be. I think potentially he's probably going to sit on the back of Ping Hai Star and maybe get a nice run into the race. Win Ruby, wonder whether he's a potential horse that could go forward as well. He's drawn 7. They've got the claiming rider on there in Matthew Poon, so there's an option potentially to roll forward and maybe try and find a spot. He is a horse that's been handy to the pace in a lot of his recent runs.
All right, Ping Hai Star, still a maiden here in Hong Kong, Paul, but he's come up really, really short, $1.30.
Yeah, pretty short there at $1.30, but he's been working well. But the first one we're going to have a look at is another first starter, though, and that's Grand Chancellor, just going on from Pomero here. Now, he's had 2 trials, and he's been slow away, but his track work's been pretty good. He's 11.46 for his debut run here in Hong Kong. Here's the one we talked about, Ping Hai Star. It does look a standout in this particular contest. His runs have been pretty good, and he's maintained his condition very well here and ran a nice second behind More Than Lucky and also world record are both racing really well recently. Dukedom, I like Dukedom. He's getting up to the mile for the first time this season, and this is where he won the Group 1 back in New Zealand. A well-rated horse, and I expect him to run very well at a big price.
Good race for the feature here. We're going to start with Ping Hai Star. Of course, he's run very well in defeat on his 2 starts to date, but very, very short. Obviously, could well drift out, but how do we line him up with the horses behind him on this occasion?
Yeah, well, as you can see here, Win Ruby was right up on the pace and eventually faded out. Prior to this, he actually pulled up lame too, but Ping Hai Star worked into the race nicely, and now he's got a good barrier to go with it. So it does look on paper, and with coinciding that with this performance here, that he's going to be very hard to beat.
Looks that way. I didn't mind the way Such a Happiness hit the line there as well. And his track work since has been pretty good, so I've snuck him in the numbers on a place line.
All right, home run. Zach Purton will be in the saddle from barrier 6. He's been running reasonably consistently. It was sort of, I suppose, the last 50 here. Wasn't under a great deal of pressure, though.
No, he's quite an honest horse, though, as you touched on, Andrew. He's rarely runs a bad race and he's rarely beaten too far. But I sort of get the feeling that he needs everything to fall in his lap to be winning, and I'm not sure whether he's going to get that. He won't be far away again, I wouldn't have thought, but you'd tip against him to win.
Yeah, he's quite consistent on a over the mile on a place line without winning, as you said, Brett. So, yeah, you wouldn't be surprised. If he won, you wouldn't be surprised, but I haven't got him on top.
No.
What about Win Ruby, Paul? Have you gone quiet on him?
I haven't. I was a bit disappointed. He was there to right on the pace last time and did drop out. So I wonder if that sort of affected him a little bit, that issue he had.
All right, so he's on the bench at the moment. Yeah. What about Grand Chancellor? Sam Clipperton once more. This is the Port Adelaide Guineas winner in Australia.
Sam, you're right, Grand Chancellor for his Hong Kong debut. He's got some good Australia form. You've ridden him some work. How is he?
His work's been good. I didn't ride him in his trial. Tommy rode him in his trial, but his trial looked okay. Obviously, that was his first sort of time under competitive conditions on the dirt, so his trial was okay. He kicks off over the 1,600 on Sunday. He's got a nice draw. He should be able to get a soft run somewhere, and look, if he can hit the line, it's a good indication for the future.
So the Port Adelaide Guineas is a listed race, Morphettville, over the 1,800 metres, so he starts off here over the mile.
Yeah, I think maybe a touch sharp for him, but interested to see how he hits the line. He hasn't gone into the tips for me.
No, me either. 133 pounds on a rating of 80 is pretty hard to come here first up, and I'm happy to watch him go around. As I showed, his track work's okay, but I think, he's raced up to 2,500 metres before.
He might ping fresh, but I'm happy to see on it.
Yeah, I see this more of a starting point for him.
All right, but is it? He might ping fresh, but is it ping high star here in the feature?
Yeah, that's a good little lead in there, isn't it? It is. Look, it looks that way. He looks a really nice horse, and he's got a lot of favours here. Duked him up to the mile for the first time. We'll put him in there for second. Roundabout's been going nicely. He's only had the one start for the new stable, and he ran well. And such a happiness in there for third. I thought he hit the line nicely. So Ping High Star's short, but all the other three are at pretty good prices. So I'll be doing exotics around the 5.
Yep. There's 2 star horses on the day. I think we'll start very short. I think Ping High Star is very difficult to beat, along with Amazing Star earlier on in the day. Home Run, Roundabout, and Green Energy with a reasonable barrier. Had blood in the trachea last start. He did beat a Polo Choice at the end of last season. If he was in this, I'd give him a chance. So he's got ability, but his form is patchy. 5, 8, 11, 6. I'd be happy to back the 5, but I'd be wanting more than $1.30.
Yeah, I'll take him on. Roundabout, I'll go. It's too short for me. The other horse I quite like there is New Elegance as well.
He's going okay.
Yeah, he got loose, didn't he?
It was a good run at Happy Valley on debut, behind Fantastic 8, and up in trip. He's an interesting
Yeah,
one.
he got loose at track work, actually, and galloped around on his own for a while. So.
He's $17.
Can't blame him.
There we go. All right, the Ping High Star is $1.30 there for the feature race. Quick break for us, race 9, right after this.